is week 3, day 2, which means it's day 12 of CDL or Bust. We're joined by our friend Joey Wilson Jr. Joey, haven't caught up to you since the 3-day weekend. Did you study the whole weekend or did you have some good times?
Nah, I didn't study because we were, I really wasn't worried about, keeping all that, just wearing myself out with it, all the correct words for everything for the pre-trip inspection and post-trip. But went out with a few people.
Friends from home or people you met at Truck America training?
Well, yeah, I went out with Sean, one of the trainers, and Wayne, one of the students, ended up meeting us up there, and of course my old lady. We just went out and had a nice little time. So.
Was this Saturday night?
It was Friday.
And where were you?
We went down to one of the bars down here, so had a few beers.
On 4th Street, or where did you go?
No, right down the road. It's a place in between Bullitt and Louisville.
Wayne's almost old enough, or probably is old enough to be your dad, but you guys get along pretty well, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You think you guys might stay in touch after this program is over?
Well, I mean, there's probably a good possibility of it. I mean, we're all real close in the area, to each other. So, there's always a chance of us bumping into one another, or, this stuff or Facebook or, something like me and Teddy, we talk all the time. Of course, he has my number. We're on Facebook together. So.
You went into this training to get a new job, to start a new career. This may be an added benefit of this program is meeting some people you can hang with.
Oh, yeah. Of course, you can't have enough friends, at least good friends.
Joey, some of your classmates I talked to yesterday did crank a lot over the weekend, including Wayne. You took a different approach. When you got back in the cab yesterday morning, was it like you'd never been away, or did you feel kind of rusty?
No, I was pretty good, The difference between me and a lot of them is, I've been driving a little bit longer, so.
But the pre-trip for what you've been doing is a little different than the pre-trip, I imagine, for driving an 80,000-pound rig.
Yeah, you got like the airlines and then the trailer part, that's the difference, and then the under part of the trailer and back part of the tractor, like the fifth wheel and all that. So.
When you got your Class B, was there a pre-trip kind of a test on that one too?
Yeah.
Was it as many questions, 130, as the pre-trip is?
It's quite a few, but it ain't got as much stuff to you ain't got that extra back half.
Right.
And just it wasn't. I didn't think it was that bad. Looking back at it.
Did you feel when you took that test, was it pretty easy for you, both the pre-trip part of it and the driving part? Were you nervous before that one? And even if you were, you think because you've been through it already once, it's going to help you next week?
I think it'll probably help me out next week. Whenever I first did it, of course, I was a little bit nervous, especially on the driving part, because, you don't want to fail that. The pre-trip, really, I didn't, struggle with that a whole lot. But, now they want, some of them, I guess the testers are more strict than the others. You have to get your wording down. It ain't just, hey, I know he knows what he's talking about. Let's move on. So.
It's almost like you're negotiating a treaty with a Russia or something. The word's got to be exactly precise, huh?
Yeah, it's that's about the most stressful thing. I'm not worried about the driving part of it. So.
When did you actually remember when you got your Class B? What month and year you did that?
I can't remember.
It's within the last 5-6 years, right? You haven't had it.
Yeah.
Okay. So. We've talked about this before in your family and your friends, but one thing we haven't talked about is, do they know about what you're doing with me? Are they aware that you're Skyping, that your videos are online, that you're being written about it in a magazine, newspaper? These are your 15 minutes of fame here. Are people aware of this?
Yeah, people are aware of it. Of course, anything that y'all post about me, I'll put, either retweet it on Twitter or, show my family, on, my immediate family I'm around, on my phone, on YouTube, or I'll post it on Facebook. So if they want to check it out.
Are they enjoying it?
Oh, yeah. I got a bunch of likes and everything, and people, really like it. I'm trying to at least better myself and, do what I need to do. You know.
What's your lady think of your video? Is she giving you any pointers, or she's enjoying it all?
Well, I mean, she smiles and everything. You know, I mean, I'm sure she likes it. You know, I mean, she likes being able to, see it, and she liked that class cam because she could snoop in on me, see if I was doing work.
Are you enjoying this part of it, or are you kind of go, I can't wait to do any more interviews?
It's so. I mean,
What about your buddies from home? I mean, high school or guys around from previous jobs. Are they giving you grief about this, that you're trying to become a big deal?
no, not really. I mean, like I said, everybody's been real positive about, knowing that I'm trying to, better myself and do what I need to do and keep my nose to the grindstone. And I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with that.
Yeah, it is. Joey, what about recruiters? I know before you came to Truck America training, Debbie's rule is she's going to have pre-job offers for you, assuming you get your CDLs. I know you have that with you as a safety net. Has anybody come in and talked to you that's really kind of excited you that maybe I want to work for this company?
Um, a guy came in today from Kemper, and I kind of like how he was explaining stuff, and they seem like they got a real nice operation. So, I mean, that's kind of caught my attention, as a fallback.
Where are they located?
Right here, like they have one. I think they're going to take over the yard here.
Really?
Yeah.
So would you drive at that point? Would you be driving only locally, or do they have operations that go pretty far?
They have it different things that you want to do. It just depends on how you want your schedule to be, is how he was putting it. That if you don't want to be back for a while, you can head out. If you want to be back, at home semi-regularly, it's like a every other day thing. And, to possibly every day, it just depends what you're doing. But if you want home on the weekends, you'll be home, for the weekends. Make sure that, you come in on Friday.
Have you figured out yet what you might definitely want to do in terms of that part of your life?
Kind of in there right now. I mean, it just, having to discuss it with the old lady and everything, and figure out, what we both want, what we both can handle, go from there.
Should we keep calling her your old lady, or does she really have a name?
Well, I mean, she has a name. Her name's Katie. So.
Katie with an I-E or a Y?
It's Catie.
Catie. Does she have a last name you want to give up or not?
It's Reed. So.
R with two E's or one with an E and
Yeah, two E's.
What does Katie do?
She's a day program instructor for adult special needs.
When you said instructor, I thought, my God, she's a truck driving training instructor. Apparently not.
No, Sean's tried talking her into coming through here after I leave, and she was like, no, not after he's been through there. They're going to give me all hell. So it was great.
Sean's probably about your age, isn't he?
Yeah, he's right about my age.
Did you guys go to our tribal high schools or anything like that, or?
No, he's from Eastern Kentucky, so.
And you still speak to him even though he's from Eastern Kentucky?
Yeah, I mean he's a good dude. I can't hold that against him.
Anybody done any trash talking about UK since their embarrassment on football on Saturday? Anna and Wayne taking any grief?
No, I mean really. I mean it's kind of like one of the furthest things in our mind. Like we talk about it, like, oh yeah, the games are coming up, but really not talking too bad to one another or nothing. It's just everybody's more preoccupied with other stuff.
What's the name of the bar you guys found to go to with Wayne and Sean?
I think it's County Line.
County Lion or Line?
Line, Line.
Okay. Have you found a decent lunch place anywhere near TAT? What have you been doing for lunch every day?
Just different stuff. I mean, of course, you got the Pilot there with Subway in it, or their food at the truck stop. I mean, Taco Bell and all that stuff's always good. There's supposed to be a real good hot dog place down there, but it's never open. And Sean grabbed 2 of the last 4 hot dogs the other day, and they didn't have none when I went up there, so I had to give them some grief about that.
I'm sure you did. The first week class, none of you guys particularly, and I know you in particular, were not having the greatest time of your lives to be in class hour after hour. You were so excited to get in the trucks. Right now, is the range becoming real repetitive for you? You wish we were just on the road all the time?
I think it'd be all right, but I mean, I know that some of them probably, I know they don't want to be out there. They'd rather be at the range working on it. It's just, different, things, where people need to, get more of I guess, a grasp on than others. So.
What about for you? How do you feel about the range versus road right now?
I feel like, I got the range pretty good. It's still nice to be able to go out there every day and make sure you have it down. But the road driving, I think that, in the next few days, they're planning on doing it anyway. But actually getting out there to the road course and learning it, and getting in more, I guess like not even high stressful, but, more curious positions, going into more city things than just highway and stuff like that. And they do touch it a little bit when you want, and if you ask them, hey, this is what I'd like to do, the trainer's pretty good about finding a place and putting you through it. So
what did you ask the trainers to do that you got to do? Was it some particular road you wanted to go on, or what was it?
Well, yeah, stuff like that. Like they got a couple roundabouts, like downtown areas that circle around. Good to do, real sharp turn. Making sure you can turn right with the tractor and not, be hitting curves and everything.
So that was your idea.
Yeah, I mean, they've drove into them spots before, and I was like, hey, it'd be nice if, hey, can we go over that way? I mean, because usually there's only me and one other person in the truck. So two of us is driving, we get plenty of drive time. We're all over the place over here.
So Joey, remember, has that happened more than once, or what day you did that, where you did the driving suggestions that you came up with?
Today, like, we went out with Jimmy, and he was like, which way do y'all want to go? You want to go to Bardstown or E-Town? And like, he was giving us chances like that, or Teddy was like, he didn't want to drive in the downtown Bardstown area because they had a turnabout, and he ended up doing it later on in the evening in Hodgensville in a different area. It was a different roundabout, but he did it fine, so.
So these aren't in downtown Louisville. They're in the smaller towns outside.
Yeah.
And what you were talking about.
I try to talk going to downtown Louisville, but just.
No way. But what you were talking about before also was about going to the state fairgrounds and seeing that course before you actually have the test, right?
Yeah.
You guys are going to do that next week before. It's not happening this week. It's happening Monday, Tuesday, right?
I'm pretty sure we're going to start doing it tomorrow, and go out there in the morning or afternoon, and let them show us and run through it a few times.
Do you know if it's at the same place you took your Class B?
Yeah.
So you think that's going to help you at all that you've already been out there and done it? Or it doesn't matter? It's been so long.
I think it's such a difference because they having that trailer that it doesn't matter.
Are you? The test is a week from tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you not wait for that? You wish there was, was happening tomorrow? You feel you need another week of training, or could you pass right now?
I mean, I'd hope I'd pass right now, but it's always, like I said last time. It's good to have a little bit extra time to be able to get everything down that you need to get down. So I guess I'm grateful for that. That next Thursday is my time, and I know what I need to do between now and then.
Is there one thing you most want to work on over the next week?
I guess constantly pre-trips, just.
So here's the last question. It's an easy one for you, I guess, Joey. Next Thursday, when you pass, I didn't say if, I said when. A party that night? What are you going to do to once you achieve what you put your money and time into this thing for?
I'm sure we'll figure something out, so.
You imagine you'll start working the next week right away? You want to start driving right away?
Well, I've been putting in for a few places that I'd wanted, and I've talked to them, just pretty much waiting as soon as figure out what happens next Thursday and then go from there. But, probably a good possibility.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and see you down there next week, and enjoy the rest of the training. Thanks, Joey.
Thank you.